till I'm high. Castle on the hill. Wake up in the sky. You can't tell me I ain't fly.
everybody? It's just a quick video. If you've been keeping up with my videos, I've been saying that on Friday the 13th, which was yesterday in America, there would be an event, most likely political, and I believe there was, and not just political. So, yesterday was the first day, I think, of this Stop the Steal caravan, I think it is called, which is basically a bunch of Trump supporters that went to Washington, D.C. and the White House, and they started protesting about the election being stolen and something needs to be done about it. And I saw a little bit of the live stream from RT and showing some of the speakers there. I don't know too many of them, but some of them were connected with InfoWars, the Alex Jones show. But yeah, the people said some interesting things, but the key thing was they said they're gonna fight for their country no matter what. So let's see what happens. Definitely, I don't see this ending on a positive note. And if we are to believe that this is all controlled, then it's leading to the civil war they've wanted to do for a long time. So, like I said, it was a Friday and Saturday event. So yeah, it started on Friday the 13th. And then another important announcement by President Trump and some medical people and military people. They announced that Pfizer, which I made a video on the other day, not only was it 90%, but Dr. Fauci said it might be 95% effective. And they announced that they might have about 20 million doses ready for December. Supposedly, first responders and medical staff and stuff like that are going to be the first ones to get it. So let's see how that goes. Um, if it is something bad, I don't expect it to affect people right away. I would say it takes at least 6 months. Like I've said from my first video, I hope all these things I'm wrong. Hopefully, it's just like any other vaccine, but based on the predicted programming, based on the numbers, based on symbols and all these kind of stuff, it does not seem like it's just any other vaccine. Like I said, supposedly there's going to be 20 million doses available by December, and supposedly for the rest of the country by April. Now, one of my first videos, if you've been following me that long, I got called to make these videos because I was just thinking about Agenda 21 and this great plan that they want to build for a better world, quote unquote. It reminded me a little bit of chapter 21 in Revelations with the New Jerusalem, the city, and all that. I'm gonna pause for a second. Hey, Forever Conscious Research Channel. Nice to see you again. So, basically, I started looking into 21 and how it's connected to a lot of the events that have been going on right now. And I'm not gonna get too much into it. Watch my first videos, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So the number 21 showed its face again. According to the announcement, you have to take 2 doses, one dose, and then the second dose 21 days later. So we have Event 201, Agenda 21, 2021, 2 doses, 21 days later. You seeing the pattern? I'm not a prophet. I'm just using my knowledge of what they use for signs and symbols and trying to, I guess, use it to understand their hidden language. Anyways, in my, I don't know if it was my last video or the video before, I was saying that the storm Eta, which is ETA, which is used as an acronym for estimated time of arrival, the numbers involving its category and how many places it hit, I would say, in my opinion, I was going to tell us when the vaccine will be ready. Now, I'm not going to get into details, maybe on the next video, but basically, when I used the numbers, I was like probably around March or April. So I was correct. If they don't throw another curveball, it's supposed to be ready by April for everybody in the United States. Now, it might hit other places in the world a little later, but I would say developed countries will probably get it around the same time. If they don't have their own already by then. I don't think it matters who makes it. I think it's the same poison. So, last video I was breaking down the word Pfizer. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. And basically it means the baker. And Jesus says to beware of the bread of the Pharisees. Not the bread, the leaven or the yeast of the bread. And I said how that's connected to what they're doing right now. So that's why I put the baker's bread is done. Now I'm gonna segue to a few Bible verses that I feel are also connected to this. So Proverbs 23 verse 6 says, "Eat thou not the bread of him that have an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats." So do not eat the bread of him that has an evil eye. Evil eye is just an evil person, but you know, we know the obsession these people have with the eye, and it's most definitely evil when they use it. So I found that very interesting. Not only that, it's in chapter 23. 23 has a lot to do with death and or transition, which could be the same. If you die, you will transition to another reality, for lack of better phrase, I guess. Now I'm gonna read another verse, and it says, Proverbs chapter 4, and it says chapter 4, verse 17, which is important because 4 is the number of, not the number of, but the number that represents basically the physical world, you know, the four directions, the four elements. A lot of things in the physical world are related to the number 4. So 17 says, "For they eat the bread of wickedness and drank the wine of violence. So, as you can see in the Bible, they use bread a lot. Usually, bread has to do with life or knowledge and many other things, but concentrated on those two things. And usually, bread is a positive thing if it's being given by God or something like that. But there is the bread of evil, of him with the evil eye. So I want to go back to Proverbs chapter 4, and I'm going to read the whole chapter 4 because I believe it's a very important chapter for every human being. You might call it religious or whatever. I'm not telling you to accept the whole Bible or anything. I'm just saying there's good things in the Bible, and this chapter is very important in my opinion. So here we go. Hear, ye children, the instruction of a father, and attend to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Forsake not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let your heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with thy getting get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee honor when you dost embrace her. She shall give thy head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall deliver to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of your life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom, I have led thee in the right paths. When when you go, thy steps will be straight, and when you run, you shall not stumble. Take fast hold of instruction, let her not go, keep her, for she is thy life. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as a shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness, they know not what they stumble. My son, attend to my words, incline your ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from your eyes, keep them in the middle of your heart. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Pass away from thee a froward mouth, and preserve your lips, sorry, and, and perverse lips put far away from thee. Let thine eyes look right on, let thine eyelids look straight. Ponder the path of your feet, and let thy ways be established. Turn not to the right or to the left, and remove your foot from evil. So I suggest you guys read it for yourselves. Read it a couple of times. You'll notice when they talk about wisdom and understanding, they say she this, she that, your mother. So that's what they're trying to get. That's what they're really saying when they say we're all in this together. It means we're all in this to get her. What are they trying to get? Wisdom and understanding. Not only are they trying to get it for themselves, but they're trying to take it away from you. They're trying to take away your ability to get wisdom and knowledge. Read it. It's Proverbs chapter 4. There's a lot of important things, like when it says um, that the light shineth more and more until the perfect day. There is a certain day that some of us here on the good side are waiting for, and it will come. You have to have faith on that. So just stay strong. There's a way, and I'm trying to figure out when and how we will realize when it's starting or when it's here. I'm reading a book that I just bought on Amazon Books, um, a Kindle version, so basically a digital version. It's a really good book. I haven't read it completely yet. I'm about 40% into the book. When I finish reading it, I will tell you the name of the book, and I suggest you save $5. In the UK, it might be a little more, but it's like 5, 6, 7. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be close to 10, and definitely not past $10. So I suggest you try to save it, because for now, I think it has a lot of important information. Hopefully, I won't be disappointed towards the end of the book. But for now, it seems very important. Has a lot of knowledge and math and science and the books and religions and how it's all connected and how well, I don't want to get into it too much. When I finish reading it, I'll tell you more, and if you want, you can buy it. If not, you don't. um but I feel I'm gonna find some missing pieces in this book. A lot of the stuff I kind of already knew, but there's definitely some pieces that make everything make more sense. So I should be done maybe by Wednesday next week, and then I'll let you know the name. And you just put it in Amazon or Google and wherever you can find it. You should get it, and especially digital, since it'll be instant. You don't have to wait for the book to get to you. Now, the Merry Christmas part of the title is a joke. I'm saying that because this whole vaccine thing is going to start in December. So that's why I said that. I know it's not a funny joke, and I didn't really mean it in a funny way. I was like sarcastic. Merry Christmas. Um, I say don't take Santa's gift, because Santa is actually this. All you gotta do is rearrange the letters. I'm sure you know this. It's pretty common knowledge. And what was the last part of my title? Oh yeah. So I already talked about Friday 13th. Now, why did I put 322? I mean 3. Sorry, 232. 232 is just, if you flip it around, it's 322, which is a skull and bones number. Why did I put it? Because that's currently the points or electoral votes that Donald Trump has. And supposedly Biden has 306, which is interesting because in last election, Trump won with 306 and Hillary lost with 232. So it's actually the same points as last time, but reversed, which it's completely obvious that it's bogus. Um, but yeah. So now talking about that, on the last video I said that if you go to Google and you put how many how many weeks from September 11, 2001 to November, what was it? November 9th, 2020. Now, why those two dates? Well, September 11 is 9/11, and November 9th is 11/9. If you know about these people, they love to play with numbers and reverse them and invert them. So that's why I picked those two dates, and I put how many weeks? Well, you get 999.6 weeks. We all know the number 9 or the number 6 is the only number that you could reverse. Every other number, you can't flip it upside down and get a different number. So you could say 999 is just like 666, which if you weren't sure about it, you should know this is all bullshit. Because there's no way from that big event to now the announcement of the vaccine being ready, which was first announced on November 9th. There's no way that's a coincidence. That is 999 weeks. They picked a specific day. They've been planning this for a long time. They've had this for a long time. I don't know how real or fake the virus is. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is the supposed cure that they have. There's no way that's a coincidence. And there's no way they didn't do it intentionally. Because if they waited one more day, it wouldn't have been that number. And if they waited, and if they did it in advance a few days, it wouldn't be that number. They picked that number on purpose. So just be ready. Get your shit in order. If you haven't gotten some food stocked, some canned food, some rice bags, some seeds, if you have some land where you could plant some things, do it because, no matter what happens, I would assume it's at least better to have some food around, at least, no matter what happens in the end. And especially have your own food where you don't have to rely on whatever they want to feed you. Sorry, guys, I'm just a little pissed off. So, yeah, going back to September 11, 2001, there's the 21 again. Because 2001 is 2001. Zeros don't really have a value, so it's really 21. So they've been planning this since 2001. Well, probably before that, but I'm guessing it's an important year for them. It's just so many things. It's crazy. I'm about to end the video. If anybody has any questions or comments, please type them in so it could be included in the show. And yeah, so I'll wait about 3-4 minutes for any comments or questions. Why am I pissed off, realist? I'm pissed off that they've been planning this for so long. And I mean long time. If my theory and others people's theories is correct, we're talking about thousands of years. And it pisses me off that maybe not the only, but the main reason they're able to do everything they're doing is because they've kept people blind, and we've been constructing this with our hard work, with our blood, sweat, and tears. We've been funding this garbage that they're trying to do. That pisses me off when I keep seeing these patterns all leading back to these motherfuckers, to these people that have very bad intentions. It pisses me off, not only because they're doing it, but because they've been doing it for so long and people don't freaking notice. Now, I'm not saying go fight anybody. I'm not saying go do anything crazy. I wouldn't think that's the right way. But if we were more knowledgeable, if we were to think for once, right? I'm talking generally here. If we were to think for once from for something outside of ourselves, of our daily life, this wouldn't happen. But everybody's too focused on themselves, and that's why nobody notices this. Because if you focus on other people, all these things will come to you. If you try to do good things and you're in the positive vibration, God will tell you everything you need to know. But when you only care about yourself and you're stuck in low vibration, you can't hear anything. You're blind, you're asleep. And it just pisses me off. If they're able to achieve this, which I hope not, and I don't think they will, whatever is the end goal. But if they were to do it, we're really to blame because we've been I don't even wanna. Anyways, you get my point. So any other comments or concerns? I'll wait another 2 minutes and then I'll say hello to everybody else that's in here that I haven't said hello to. I had seen all your comments, just trying to get through this so I don't get sidetracked. So any more comments or questions? I'll wait 3 minutes, then I'll say hello and goodbye, and until next time. Yeah, and I know it's not just us. I'm talking about us and all the other generations before us, and that's really all it is. It's really all it is. It's that simple. Since we don't focus on love and helping each other, we're blind to the enemy. That's all it is. That's all you got to do. And then when most people would wake up, we wouldn't even have to throw a rock because we'd just say no and we'd take them out of power. People would just stop listening to them. That's all it takes. Her is just her is just they call it wisdom. Now you got to understand we are basically consciousness receptors or vessels, and there's so many different types of vibrations that give different type of information. All types, whatever you can imagine, is it's basically information all around you, and you receive it like an antenna. So wisdom, which is supposed to teach you the meaning of life and all these questions that haven't supposedly been answered, but they have, they're just hiding it. um they call it a herd just because this this energy that gives you knowledge basically nurtures you and takes care of you if you're willing to listen, and it helps you grow. So that's why they call it a herd. But technically, it's just a vibrational consciousness personified as a female based on its qualities. and that's what they're trying to get. But not get like get for themselves, but I mean get it from us and take it away from us. Like they already been doing, with brainwashing and distractions, but to a whole new level. Like complete mind control, complete disconnection with this consciousness. I hope that answered your question, and if not, let me know. And wait like 2, 3 more minutes. Anybody else have questions or comments? Please let me know. If not, I'm gonna proceed to saying goodbye and keeping you updated on when my next video will probably be. So I'm just gonna wait about 2, 3 minutes and go from there. You're welcome. We'll get more into why they call it a her and more descriptions of how it works by different writings and science and many things. We'll get to it, but really all you need to know is just positive, nourishing energy. um, they're trying to block people. Basically, back in the day, only the elite were able to read important books like the Bible or other books. Like the regular people, first of all, they didn't educate them, and second, they weren't really allowed to read anything. Everything had to be from their mouth. Well, basically that, but with technology. Basically, literally go into your mind. So not only don't you understand these things, but that you won't even think of them. And that's what they mean by to get her. All right, I'm not seeing any other comments or questions. So once again, Forever Conscious, thanks for coming on and checking out my video. Like I said, I want you on the panel. I want to talk to you. I want to throw stuff back and forth. Please let me know when you're available. Let's make it happen. Hello, some spread lies, others know the truth. All right, so I'm guessing that's everybody that's here. The realist, forever conscious, some spread lies, others know the truth. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna make a video next Wednesday, which is when hopefully I'm done reading the book, so I could give you my honest opinion on the book, and you could decide if you want to buy it and read it for yourself. I always suggest people read things for themselves and read it a couple times. I've noticed you always pick up on new things the more you read it. And yeah, just stay strong. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just trying to figure out how far is it and what exactly is it. Hopefully, I can find it in time. So I love you all. Thanks for coming. This video is gonna take probably 24 hours, like usual, for it to upload after the stream ends. So check back if you weren't here at the beginning, or if you want to listen to it again and maybe you missed something. I don't know. And check my other videos if you haven't seen them before. And we're getting there. For me, it's been a long journey. I'm not that old. I'm 30. But about 14, 15, I got into this rabbit hole, and I've been going down ever since. And I feel like I'm getting to the core or to the matter of what's going on. But one thing I can tell you for sure, no matter what, we have a higher purpose in this, and we will achieve that purpose. Anyways, love you all. Thanks for coming again. Check back on my channel and make sure your notifications are on. And like I said, forever conscious. If you're still here, um, let me know when you want to be on the channel. I would love to see what you got to offer. We're, many different people are on this track, and we all have different pieces of the puzzle. The more we could connect, the faster we get to this full picture. All right, guys. Be safe, be love, share love, be truth. Take care.